Hey, how's it going? Gabe here. Today I'm gonna talk about types of sentence structures. There are 4 types. Simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, and compound complex sentences. Let's study the first type. In simple sentences, there is only one independent clause. For instance, I like dogs. I is the subject, like is the verb, and dogs is the direct object. Remember, the subject performs the action of the verb, and the direct object receives the action. Another example, I don't like cats. This is a completed thought. We have a subject and a verb, and is a completed idea. The next type, compound sentences. In compound sentences, there are 2 or more independent clauses, and they are joined by a conjunction. For instance, and, but, or, for, nor, yet, so, if, when. This is my example. I like dogs, but I don't like cats. I like dogs is a completed thought. I don't like cats is also a completed thought. Remember, in compound sentences, we have 2 independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. In this case, I am using but in order to make a contrast. Complex sentences. In complex sentences, there is one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Remember, the dependent clause is not a completed thought. Before work, I walk the dogs. Before work is not a completed thought. I walk the dogs is a completed thought. Compound complex sentences. In compound complex sentences, there is more than one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. For instance, Gabe is in a band, but he is the singer because he can play an instrument. Let's study this sentence. We have Gabe is in a band. This is an independent clause. He is the singer. This is also an independent clause. And I am joining these independent clauses by the coordinating conjunction but. Because he can play an instrument. This is a dependent clause. Remember, in compound complex sentences, more than one independent clause exists and at least one dependent clause. Let's make a review. If I say I went to the pool, what kind of sentence is this? Fui a la alberca. This is a complete thought, so it's a simple sentence. We have the subject I and the verb went and the complement to the pool. Si yo digo I didn't swim, no nadé, ¿es una idea completa? Por supuesto que sí. This is a simple sentence. I went to the pool, but I didn't swim. I went to the pool is one independent clause and I didn't swim is the other independent clause. And I am joining these sentences with the coordinating conjunction but. This is a compound sentence. Because the water was very cold, I didn't swim. Because the water was very cold is not a completed thought. I didn't swim is an independent clause. So this is a complex sentence. Finally, I went to the pool but I didn't swim because the water was very cold. This is a compound complex sentence. Noten, tenemos más de una cláusula independiente. Está I went to the pool está I didn't swim. Y tenemos la cláusula dependiente because the water was very cold. Let's practice simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. Ren and Stimpy is my favorite TV show, but I also love Rick and Morty. ¿Qué tipo de oración es esta? Simple, compound, complex or compound complex. Les doy 10 segundos para analizarla. ¿Lo tienen? This is a compound sentence. Two independent clauses joined by a coordinated conjunction. 2. After listening to the new Iron Maiden record, I have new respect for their music. What kind of sentence is this one? It's a complex sentence. After listening to the new Iron Maiden record is not a completed thought. I have new respect for their music is an independent clause. 3. While waiting for the paint to dry, Gabe went to Home Depot and Wendy organized the kitchen appliances. This is a compound complex sentence. We have one dependent clause while waiting for the paint to dry and more than one independent clause. Gabe went to Home Depot. Wendy organized the kitchen appliances. One more. Pat and Tom went to a fancy restaurant to celebrate their anniversary. And this is a simple sentence. Awesome job! This is the end of the lesson. If you have any questions, please send me a message and I will help you. Have a good one and take care.